everyone, I'm going to try to do a really quick Dollar Tree. I haven't read any of these, I don't think. No. So, I don't know what any of them are about. I don't remember what the book jacket says. So, we're going to go really quick. I'm going to show them to you. If you want to know what it says, let me know. And I'll either do a better one or try to find it for you. Anyways, my Dollar Tree had these. They're empowerment books. They had 4 of them total. That was it. I bought all 4. Because I also sell Unique, and I thought when some of my girls throw parties, this would be pretty cool as a giveaway to because Unique's all about. We're all about empowering women, the people who buy our makeup, whether it be women or men, hey, whatever floats your boat. Anyways, bought 4 of them, gave 1 to my mom because she recently had surgery, and I thought she may need a little uplift. I have Dark Song. Can you see that? Dark Song. It is aims for it has a perfect life. That is until her father is fired and her family has to move to a slum in Texas. But then she meets Mark, a mysterious, rebellious guy with a gun collection who loves her obsessively. He won't let anyone hurt her, and he won't let anyone stand in their way, especially her parents. But his aims prepared to commit the ultimate betrayal against her own family. It's looking like it's originally $8.99. I should have pulled this sticker off before. But, is that it? Or is that the... Yeah, okay. $8.99. That's a dollar sign. You see that? Okay. So, got that. Becoming Jane Eyre. Originally $15. I paid $1. It is a beautifully imagined tale of the Bronte sisters and the writing of Jane Eyre. The year is 1846. In a damp, cold parsonage on the gloomy Yorkshire moors of northern England, a family seems cursed with disaster. A mother and 2 children dead, a father sick, without fortune, and hardened by the loss of his wife and 2 eldest children, a son destroyed by alcohol and opiates, and 3 strong, intelligent young women reduced to poverty and spinsterhood with nothing to save them from their fate. Nothing, that is, except their remarkable literary talent. So unfolds the story of the Bronte sisters, Charlotte, Emily, and Anne. From Shield Kohler's extensive research and wonderful imagination comes the life of these 3 young writers. At its center are Charlotte and the writing of Jane Eyre, and the overlapping narratives of author and heroine, including Charlotte's love affair with a married man, delicately unraveling the powerful and inextricable connections between one of fiction's most indelible heroines and the remarkable woman who created her. Sheila Kohler's Becoming Jane Eyre will appeal to fans of historical fiction and, of course, the millions of readers who adore Jane Eyre. I've never read Jane Eyre. I've tried a few times and I can never get through it. So, I'm really going to try it. It is something I really want to do. It's one of my goals to do before I hit 25, so I'm just going to have to buckle down and do it. I've been eyeing this one a lot. Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. I'm not going to read the back of this because there's a movie. You can go to IMDb. You can get it from the library. I'm sure everyone has heard of this. Basically, Abraham Lincoln, his mom didn't die of giving birth or whatever happened. She's killed by a vampire. He's tall. He's strong. He turns into a vampire hunter. That's that. This is And Laughter Fell from the Sky. It is originally, I can't tell you because I can't read the sticker. Still living at home despite a good career and financial independence, beautiful and sophisticated, Rusika has always been the dutiful daughter. With her 26th birthday fast approaching, she agrees to an arranged marriage, all while trying to hide from her family her occasional dalliances with other men. Abhay is everything an Indian-American son shouldn't be. Having spent his post-college years living in a commune, he now hops from one dead-end job to another, brooding over what he really wants to do with his life. Old family friends Rasika and Abha seem to have nothing in common, yet when the two reconnect by chance, sparks immediately immediately fly. Pa loves Rusika, but he knows her family would never approve. Rusika reluctantly accepts she has feelings for Pa, but can she turn her back on the family rules she has always tried so hard to live by? The search to find answers takes Pa and Rusika out of their native Ohio to Oregon, India, where they find that they have together might just be something worth fighting for. So, I like that. Zoe Letting Go. I think she's insane. And I'll read it to you and you'll understand why. Zoe knows she doesn't belong in a hospital, so why is she in one? Twin Birches isn't just any hospital. It's a strange mansion populated by unnerving staff and glassy-eyed patients. It's a place for girls with serious problems. Skinny, spindly girls who have a penchant for harming themselves. Zoe isn't like them, and she can't figure out why she was sent here. Writing letters to her best friend Elise keeps her sane, grounded in the memories of her past, but mirrored in them too. Elise never writes back. Zoe is lost without her, unsure of how to navigate tenuous new friendships and bizarre rules without Elise by her side. But as her letters intertwine with journal entries chronicling her mysterious life at Twin Birch, another narrative unfolds, the hidden story of a complicated friendship, of the choices we make, the truths we tell others, and the lies we tell ourselves. The story of a friendship that has the potential to both save and damage beyond repair, and Zoe finds she must confront the truth about her past once and for all before she can finally let go. So yeah, I think something happened to Elise. I don't know yet. I'm gonna read it, and if you want to know, let me know, and I'll see what I can do. I'm not gonna tell you what happens, but I'll tell you she's crazy. What happened next? Now remember, these are all $1. They all have that little sticker, so I don't know the exact prices. Yeah, they have them over them. When 16-year-old Sid Murphy finds herself on a ski lift with hunky local college guy Dax Windsor, she's thrilled. Come to a party with me, he tells her, but Dax isn't what he seems. He takes everything from Sid, including a lock of her perfect red curls, and she can't remember any of it. Alienated from her old friends, Sid drops her college prep classes and takes up residence in the AV room with only Corey, the Livingston, for company. But as she gets to know Corey, slacker, baker, total dreamboat, Sid finds someone who truly makes her happy. Now, if only she could shake the nightmares, everything would be perfect. Witty and poignant, Colleen Clayton's debut is a stunning story of moving on after the unthinkable happens. She gets raped? Maybe? I don't know. We'll find out. Eva moves the furniture. On the morning of Eva McEwen's birth, 6 magpies congregate in the apple tree outside the window, a bad omen according to Scottish legend. That night, Eva's mother dies, leaving her to be raised by her aunt and heart-sick father in their small Scottish town. As a child, Eva is often visited by 2 companions, a woman and a girl, invisible to everyone else save her. As she grows, their intentions become increasingly unclear. Do they wish to protect or harm her? A magical novel about loneliness, love, and the profound connection between mother and daughter. Eva moves the furniture, fuses the simplicity of a fairy tale with the complexity of adult passions. I think this is an adult novel. Not sure. I'm going with yes. Okay. Heart of Dread, Book 1. Frozen. And I try not to get trilogies from Dollar Tree simply because I don't want to get caught up in a series and then have to start forking out $20, $30 something for a book. Oh, this one has the price inside. Can you see? Not really. $17.99. Okay. Welcome to the New Vegas, a city once covered in bling, now blanketed in ice. Like much of this destroyed planet, the place knows only one temperature, freezing. But some things never change. The diamond in the ice desert is still a 24-hour hedonistic playground, and nothing keeps the crowds away from the casino floors. Never mind the rumors about the sinister sorcery lurking in the shadows. At the heart of this city is Natasha Kestel, a young blackjack dealer looking for a way out. Like many, she's heard of a mythical land called the Blue. They say it's a paradise where the sun still shines and the waters are turquoise. More importantly, it's a place where Nat won't be persecuted, even if her darkest secret comes to light. But passage to the Blue is treacherous, if not impossible. Nat's only shot is to bet on a ragtag crew of mercenaries led by a cocky runner named Ryan Weston. Danger and deceit await on every corner. Even as Nat and West find themselves inexorably drawn to each other. But can true love survive the lies? Fiery hearts collide in the tale of the evil some men do and the awesome power within us. Melissa De La... Okay. I wasn't sure I'd heard of this author, but I recognize De La Cruz. Remember correctly, she did either the Blue Blood series and not the cop one, but the vampire one, or the mask one. And I don't remember what it's called now. I'm gonna go with it's the Masquerade one. I'll have to look it up. If you know what I'm talking about, if you recognize her last name, you'll understand. But I want to say it was Blue Bloods. I don't remember. We'll find out. We'll find out together. Okay. A Small Fortune. Can you see it? Can you see it? You can see it. Yeah. So glad I found the Dollar Tree. $25.95. I don't know if you can see that. When Harris, the presumed patriarch, and it starts. When Harris, the presumed patriarch of his large family, both in England, where he's made his home, and in Pakistan, where he was raised, unexpectedly receives a small fortune after his divorce from an English woman, it unsettles his world. £53,000 is a lot of money, and as a devout Muslim, Harris views the staggering sum as a burden of riches. All he can think upon receiving it is how best to divest himself of it. But deciding which deserving relative to give it to proves to be a burden of its own. First, he promises it to his extremely poor cousins in Pakistan, who live without plumbing and suffer dire medical expenses, and who count on his aid for survival. Moments later, he promises it to his westernized college-age daughter, Alia, who he hopes will stop drifting away from him. Then, in a rash bout of guilt and misunderstanding, he spontaneously signs away the entire sum to the least worthy of them all, a conniving and preposterous cousin who lives just up the road in England with a thriving business of his own. Relieved of the initial burden of the fortune, Harris is now faced with the tremendous shame about all the needy relatives awaiting money they will never receive, and he's soon drawn into a tricky web of familial debt and an obligation on both sides of the world. As his problems escalate, only the younger generation can step in to solve them. A cleverly entertaining novel and a fond portrait of a complex, extended immigrant family, A Small Fortune offers a gently humorous, affectionate and affecting look at class, culture, love, and the heartbreak of misinterpretation. So, I thought it sounded good. What do you think? Okay. 5 more to go, and then we're done. Madeleine Albright, Prague Winter. Not usually what I go for, but I figured, hey, birthday cards. Oh, no, baby shower cards. Just kidding. Those probably need to go out, seeing as one of my nephews is already born. I'm horrible. Okay. $29.99. Glad I got it at the Dollar Tree. Before Madeleine Albright turned 12, her life was shaken by the Nazi invasion of Czechoslovakia, the country where she was born. The Battle of Britain. Can I just wipe that off as a stupid American? Yeah, I suck. Look, geography ain't my thing. The near total destruction of the European Jewry the Allied victory in World War II, the rise of communism, and the onset of the Cold War. Albright's experiences and those of her family provide a lens through which to view the most tumultuous dozen years in modern history. Drawing on her memory, her parents' written reflections, interviews, and the contemporaries and newly available documents, Albright recounts a tale that is by turns harrowing and inspiring. Prague Winter is an exploration of the past with timeless dilemmas in mind and, simultaneously, a journey with universal lessons that is intensely personal. The book takes readers from the Bohemian capital's thousand-year-old castle to the bomb shelters of London, from the desolate prison ghetto of Terezin to the highest councils of European and American government. Albright reflects on her discovery of her family's Jewish heritage many decades after the war, on her own Czech homeland's tangled history, and on the stark moral choices faced by her parents and their generation. Often relying on eyewitness descriptions, she tells the story of how millions of ordinary citizens were ripped from their familiar surroundings and forced into new roles as exiled leaders and freedom fighters, resistance organizers and collaborators, victims and killers. These events of enormous complexity are nevertheless shaped by concepts familiar to any growing child: fear, trust, adaptation, the search for identity, the pressure to conform, the quest for independence, and the difference between right and wrong. No one who lived through the years 1937 to 1948, Albright writes, was a stranger to profound sadness. Millions of innocents did not survive, and their deaths must never be forgotten. Today we lack the power to reclaim lost lives, but we have a duty to learn all that we can about what happened and why. Oh, sweet Lord. At once a deeply personal memoir and an incisive work of history, Prague Winter serves as a guide to the future through the lessons of the past, as seen through the eyes of one of the international community's most respected and fascinating figures. That's a mouthful. Ooh, she was Secretary of State. The more you know. Oh. Look, it was 2001. I was 10 years old. Okay. Next book. The World We Found. Okay, this is an awesome name. Thritty. Love that name. Whoever you are, I like your name. The acclaimed author of The Space Between Us and the Weight of Heaven returns with a breathtaking, skillfully wrought story of four women and the unbreakable ties they share. As university students in the late 1970s, Bombay, Armati, Lole, Kavita, and Nishta are inseparable. Spirited and unconventional, they challenged authority and fought for a better world. But much has changed over the past 30 years. Following different paths, the quartet drifted apart. The day-to-day demands of work and family tempering the revolutionary fervor they once shared. Then comes devastating news. Armati, who moved to America, is gravely ill and wants to see the old friends she left behind. Gimme! For Lale, reunion is a bittersweet reminder of unfulfilled dreams and unspoken guilt. For Kavita, it is an admission of forbidden passion. For Nishta, it is the promise of freedom from a bitter fundamentalist husband. And for Armati, it is an act of acceptance of letting go of her own on her own terms, even if her ex-husband and daughter do not understand her choices. In the course of their journey to reconnect, Armati, Lale, Kavita, and Nishta must confront the truths of their lives, acknowledge long-held regrets, face painful secrets and hidden desires, and reconcile their idealistic past and their compromised present. And they will have to decide what matters most, a choice that may just help them reclaim the extraordinary world they once found. Exploring the enduring bonds of friendship and the power of love to change lives, and offering an unforgettable portrait of modern India, a nation struggling to bridge economic, religious, gender, and generational divides, The World We Found is a dazzling masterwork from the remarkable Thrity Unregar. It sounded good. Okay. Shh, that didn't happen. Okay, last three. Invisible. I actually picked this one up because of another YouTuber that I saw. She hauled it, and the description made me want to read it. So as soon as I saw it, I got it. Stephen is used to invisibility. He was born that way. Invisible. Cursed. Elizabeth sometimes wishes for invisibility. When she's invisible, no one can hurt you. When you're invisible, no one can hurt you. I promise I graduated high school. So when her mother decides to move the family to New York City, Elizabeth is thrilled. It's easy to blend in there. Then Stephen and Elizabeth meet. To Stephen's amazement, she can see him, and to Elizabeth's amazement, she wants him to be able to see her, all of her. But as the two become closer, an invisible world gets in their way, a world of grudges and misfortunes, spells and curses. And once they're thrust into this world, Elizabeth and Stephen must decide how deep they're going to go, because the answer could mean the difference between love and death. Don't know. Author of the Nightshade series. If you've read it, let me know. Did you like it? Did you not? Was it worth it? Am I going to waste my time? Okay. This is an adult novel. It's called The Exceptionist. I don't know what the other two cost. $1! It's a Dollar Tree, right? This one is $24.99, unless you live in Canada. And then it's $27.99. Sorry. From David Cristofano, the Edgar Award-nominated author of The Girl She Used to Be, comes a poignant, darkly witty story about the ties that bind us together and the choices that rip us apart. The Exceptions. No loose ends is the Bavaro family motto. As part of the Bavaro clan, one of the most powerful and respected families in organized crime, Jonathan knows what he must do. Take out Melody Grace McCartney, the woman whose testimony can lock up his father and disgrace his entire family. The only problem, he can't bring himself to do it. Had Jonathan kept his silence, Melody and her parents would never have been identified and lured into the witness protection program, able to run but never to hide. So he keeps her safe the only way he knows how, by vowing to clean up his own mess while acting as her shield. But as he watches her take on another new identity in yet another new town, becoming a beautiful but broken woman, Jonathan can't get her out of his mind, or his heart. Back to the back we go. From the streets of Little Italy to a refuge that promises a fresh start, Jonathan will be forced to choose between the life he's always known and the destiny his family has carved out for him. Okay, sorry. Jonathan will be forced to choose between the life he's always known, the destiny his family has carved out for him, and a future unlike anything he's ever imagined. Sound good to me? I want to read it. Okay. My cousin told me to get this one. He said it was awesome. So, if it's not, I just beat him up. Okay. It was $24.99. It's called Shine, 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 a novel. Okay. When Maxon met Sonny, he was 7 years, 4 months, and 18 days old, or he was 2,695 rotations of the Earth old. Maxon was different. Sonny was different. They were different together. Now, 20 years later, they are married, and Sonny wants, more than anything, to be normal. She's got the housewife thing down perfectly, but Maxon, a genius engineer, is on a NASA mission to the moon, programming robots for a new colony. Once they were two outcasts who found unlikely love in each other, a wondrous, strange relationship formed from an urgent desire for connection. But now they're parents to an autistic son, and Sonny is pregnant again. Her mother is dying in the hospital. Their marriage is on the brink of imploding, and they are at each other's throats with blame and fear. What exactly has gone wrong? Sonny wishes Maxon would turn the rocket around and come straight the hell home. When an accident in space puts the mission in peril, everything Sonny and Maxon have built hangs in the balance. Dark secrets, long-forgotten murders, and a blonde wig all come tumbling to the night, and nothing will ever be the same. A debut of singular power and intelligence, Shine, 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 is a unique love story, an adventure between worlds, and a stunning novel of love, death, and what it means to be human. No more on the back. Okay. So, if you want to know anything about these, let me know, and I will get back to you and tell you what I think. Like I said, I haven't read any of these, and this one will probably be up after my next video, so sorry they're long, but I like books. I get bored easily, so let's hope I can get through them all. I got time. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Bye!